We still are here. We still did make it, and we still gonna talk to this issue. This is an issue. I don't think this is any longer. I don't think this is a problem any longer. I think a problem is something that you have, and then you're looking to solve that problem. Like you're looking for ways to solve it. I don't think the FIA are trying to solve anything. I think that what they're trying to do is push out. I think they're trying to suppress. I think that they are trying to not only be more dictator like, but essentially, it seems like we're trying to remove the freedom of speech from human beings that are participating in a sporting event that is one of the most, that is the elite racing sporting event. That's what it seems like to me. This doesn't seem like a problem. This seems more like an agenda. What's going on, Blue Diva? And when we come into seeing these type of things come out, I really didn't believe it at first. I really didn't believe it. I did not believe that the FIA would come out with something to say that they are going to basically penalize competitors for voicing political situations or political views. I did not think that that was the place that they would do something like that, right? I mean, if you're going to do it, then stand up for it and basically put it on your website. FIA, put it on your website. You should put it on there like you put all your other news on there. Why didn't you put that on there? I went to the website. I went to the FIA website and I scrolled down in their latest news and I didn't see anything that blatantly stood out to me that said, yo, you know what? We're going to suppress our drivers. We're going to tell them that they can't speak. We're going to tell them that basically we're going to remove certain places where they will have freedom of speech and penalize them for it. But I don't think it's drivers. I think it's one driver. At this point in time, Sebastian Vettel is retiring. He was one of the prominent drivers to speak up for human rights, gay rights, sexual rights, gender rights, any rights. The only other driver I know aside from Lewis Hamilton to speak up and use his platform and didn't give a damn about what he said and how he said it when he said it was Sebastian. So now we're left with Lewis Hamilton. This is where I'm getting very disappointed in the FIA and people, because you put so much focus on the fact that Lewis Hamilton was wearing a nose ring. You still have not, I still have not seen anybody with me challenging somebody. Show me a situation in Formula One where a nose ring, a wedding ring, an earring caused a catastrophic injury or catastrophic damage to a Formula One car in the midst of a racing event. Nobody has shown me that yet. So tell me, why are we focusing on that so much more than you repairing Tech Pro boundaries or crash barriers that could protect drivers, more so than you trying to ridicule Lewis Hamilton for jewelry? These are the things that I would like to know. And now here it goes. We're talking about you're going to be penalized. Listen, you know I'm going to bring the receipts, right? You know I'm going to bring the receipts. So let's do this. Let's not even play any games. Let's do this. Let's read through it ourselves. Right here, 12.2.1.Nancy. That is new. And that, as you notice, you don't see a strike through. So anytime you see a strike through on a something literature within these documents, that means that it was changed. You don't see that. What this is an addition to the sporting code regulations, okay? This says the general making and display of political, religious, and personal statements or comments notably in violation of general principle of neutrality promoted by the FIA under its statutes, unless previously approved in writing by the FIA for international competitions or by the relevant ASN. And it's funny that ASN is like, I think, National Sporting Authority, but they like flipped the switch. I guess they didn't want to do NSA. You know, maybe there's a reason why they didn't do NSA. But anyway, as backwards as it is, ASN for national competitions within their jurisdiction. 12.2.1.October or Oscar, failure to comply with instructions of the FIA. As you see, where does it go? Right to 12. Like right here, failure to comply with instructions of the FIA regarding the appointment and participation of persons during official ceremonies at any competition counting towards the FIA championship. Do y'all see that shit? Do you see that shit? Official ceremonies at any competition counting towards the FIA championship. Now, where have we seen or heard this type of talk before? Can anybody tell me where we done heard some jargon of somebody talking about this will cause you championship points? Ross Braun his damn self. Didn't Ross Braun come out and say, if teams are found, and I'm going to say fraudulently to breach the cost cap, it will cost you championship points, right? What the hell are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? You're focused, a team literally cheated. Red Bull Racing literally cheated. That's cheating. If you breach the cost cap, spending more money into development or your team than any of your competitors, that is deemed as cheating. $1.8 million is not just a teardrop in the bucket. That's an upgrade. Nobody can tell me or can't tell me that that overture did not realize itself in damn updates or performance. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me right now. It's right here. Now, Automate Tanny. They want Lewis to retire so Max can break Schumacher's record. The only person in his way is Lewis. They thought after AD he would just leave the sport. Disgusting. People should really speak up. Time for Ben to go. Listen, Ben's not, no. Usually everything you said in there was exactly right. You're exactly correct. The sad thing is, like I said, the difference between a problem and an issue. A problem is something we are working together to solve. An issue is not something we're working together to solve. This is an agenda. We already know that prior to this, when we had all the things going on with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, we had all this going on, right? Lewis Hamilton, what happened to the end racism? What happened to we race together? It wasn't long. The following season, they basically said, we're not taking these anymore. Like that shit was over. Like it's over. It was good while it lasted. It was a good marketing ploy. We probably reeled in some more black viewers or multicultural viewers or other non-white ethnic viewers. But now that that's over, it's time to do something else. We're not wearing the Black Lives Matter. And that's cool. If you don't want to wear the Black Lives Matters thing, that's understandable, right? Cool. But still, human rights exist. And if I am a man of color, if I am a black man in America, in the world, that is being treated other than respectfully because of the shade of my skin, that means the shit's not over. So you stepped up just for marketing and now you step back. Now here it goes. Lewis Hamilton. Oh, 0833. Appreciate the super stacker, bro. DeRegulo, Diaz Uno, the way FI attacking Lewis is childish. It is childish. And it's ridiculous. Do you not remember when he wore that t-shirt that said, arrest the cops for Breonna Taylor? They then came back and told him that he basically better not wear the shirt anymore. He basically better not wear the shirt anymore. What are you doing? But wait a minute. You're telling me that you're going to penalize drivers on political views, but you're not going to even legitimately penalize a team for cheating in a championship event? Is that what you're telling me? You breached procedure-wise. You breached the cost cap. Not only that, you allowed them to go into an ABA. You issued them a penalty. They didn't like the penalty. You retracted the penalty. Then you issued them a lesser penalty until they were like, okay, we can deal with that. $7 million and essentially 7% reduction in wind total time is shit. That's nothing. That's nothing. Who is this really directed towards? Who really talks about political views? Who used their platform to talk about women's rights? Who used their platform to talk about women and humane rights over there in the Middle East? Who used their platform to talk about human rights? Whether you be black, brown, red, orange, green, yellow, whatever you were, Lewis Hamilton uses his platform to talk about anything that is unjust. Not only talk about it, but he puts his money behind it. Who else is doing that? Wasn't it Williams, which is surprising? Wasn't it Williams that didn't want to sign the commission, right? Why? It's probably because of Joss, right? Probably because of his ass. But he gone now. He's gone. Race X210, what up? Wolf Squad, stating facts. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, this shit right here gotta stop. This right here gotta stop. This is so obvious. And people are always going to try to say, nah, y'all crying. You're trying to use the race card. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. You know why they say that? Because they know what's up. They know what's up and they're going to cover it up. That's just like right now. We got an American president in Donald Trump who can try to announce that he's going to try to run for president while he's under investigation for breaking laws. Dude literally had damn documents that were secret clearance at his estate, and yet he's still allowed to say that he's going to try to run for president? You are the cause of the insurrection January 6th. People lost their lives there. These people went in and ransacked the Capitol. Can I tell you that itself is treasonous? That is an act of war. If you were carrying a Confederate flag and you marched on to the Capitol and you stormed that building, let me tell you right now, as a United States Navy man, you were creating an act of war on the United States of America because the Confederate flag is not an American flag. That's who lost. They wanted to have the right to oppress a certain group of people. They wanted to have the right to keep slavery in place. They wanted to have the right to whip, kill, hang, castrate, rape, mutilate, inbred a group of people that were humans that looked like me, and that's what they were fighting for. Not to mention the economic standpoint, right? You want to carry that flag into a building and say that that's okay? And some of these people not even being penalized right. And that's what we're seeing right now. Let me tell you, had the insurrection in January 6th happened, and that sea of people were people of color, black people, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Brazilian, it didn't matter, Asian, it didn't matter, African, any other color than this right here that's on the back, inside palm of my hand, those people would have been bombed on. I guarantee you this. DP Auto House, what up, Wolfpack fam? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Like I said, I apologize. I had to get on here with y'all, but I've been in travel. I'm not even there. I'm out of state. We already dealing with some other things. Listen, but I said I'm gonna make a point when I get to where I get. I'm gonna sit up and talk to my fam. This right here is ridiculous. So let me guess. You thought Lewis Hamilton, when he went on his hiatus, and he did go on a hiatus after 2021. Who can blame him? Who can blame him? You robbed him in front of the entire world, and some people are happy about that. You don't know that is ridiculous and horrible for the sport. He went on his hiatus. Y'all thought y'all broke him. You thought you broke Lewis Hamilton. You did. You did. You thought you broke him, and you know what? He came back, and you was like, shit. We didn't do it. We didn't succeed. What's up, Akan dude? What's up? We live in the world where they discredit anyone telling the truth, not going along with their narrative, and standing up for justice. That's a fact. That is a big fact. Who else up here? One man is the people voice of human rights, paving the truth of the world. That's Lewis Hamilton. Facts. I'm trying to tell you, since they didn't get it done, now here it is. We're putting a whole regulation in place to basically oppress Lewis Hamilton, but anybody else that might feel that they want to stand up for something that the FIA do not agree with or that counter reacts to anything that they want to put in place. This is crazy, but they weren't even bold enough to place it on their website as a change like they placed everything else, right? You got to go find this shit. They didn't even put it up like, hey, new regulation out. We're not standing for anybody with political views, general views, no views. Matter of fact, you don't have freedom of speech unless we say so. Put it in writing, submit it to us, and we'll tell you what you can say. That seems asinine to me. That seems dictator-like to me. It really does. I'm just saying, it seemed real funny. Blue Diva, seeing Lewis walk back into testing was so funny seeing people's face that thought Lewis had gone awkward, spitting the truth. And it was. They thought they broke that man. And listen, anytime you do somebody wrong, right? You feel comfortable when you think they're not going to ever come back around. But the moment that person enters a room where you think that they should be afraid, you yourself start being afraid because you don't know what the hell they came to do. You don't know what they're going to say to you. You don't know what's going to come out of their mouth. You don't know what's going to happen. What does happen is you thought you broke somebody, and now you realize, oh, shit, I didn't. What do they have for me? Aha. Hey, I'm trying. Robert K. Christensen, listen. Best channel, F1 True. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. By the way, I need your shipping address. I got the t-shirts coming. You are one of many members that have reached 6-month tier level. I got y'all t-shirts being made. They will probably be in hand next week. I want to get those shipped out to you. But this right here to me is crazy. It's idiotic. It's damn right ridiculous, and it's shameful for the sport. Now, we're going to watch and see, and watch what I tell you. We saw what happened when they talked about the jury. What did Lewis Hamilton do? He wore a slew of watches. Watches all on my wrist. Chains all around. He wore a slew of, why? Because he said, you know what? Screw you. That's what, Lewis can be very cunning with the shit he says and does. So he wore a bunch of watches. Now, I guarantee you, Lewis is going to speak on something political. He's going to speak on something to human rights. He's going to speak on something to gender rights. He's going to speak to something if it's wrong, and he's going to speak to it because he feels it's not right, and we're going to watch and see what they do. I will not be surprised if they try to suspend Lewis Hamilton for a race event 2023 because he speaks to something political viewed. Watch what I tell you. That's something they're going to try to do. Galacticus, FIA are some punks. They go to tracks that have major human rights issues just for the money. Now Lewis is standing up for what's right, and that's a fact. Arcatrell Jen, we ain't seen you around. I see you. What's going on? Big thanks for the sticker. That's a fact, right? But listen, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. When they went into Saudi, I talked about the young lady. Do y'all not remember the video I talked about? 17 years old. Beheaded, and this dude walking around with her head in the streets being celebrated by a bunch of dickheads thinking that that's okay weeks before, and they didn't think that was worth like not doing the race. And then what happens when they go in there? We got a bombing literally in the background of the track. What happens? They say, oh yeah, you can try to leave Formula One, but good luck getting out of those airports. Drivers were held hostage. It was okay until that happened, right? We got to stay and get this money. Listen, I'm not saying that America is any better than any other country. We all have our problems. What I'm saying is, Formula One, if you're going to be a part of the solution, you're not being part of that by trying to silence your drivers, by utilizing their platform to speak against what is wrong out here in the world. You yourself are part of the problem. That's what you are. You're part of the problem. I told you. This right here is ridiculous. Is horrible. I can't even believe that they will literally put this in writing in their statute and say this crap. Are you serious? The general making and display of political, religious, and personal statements or comments, notably in violation of general principle of neutrality promoted by the FIA? Are y'all shitting me right now? Who is agreeing to this stuff? DP Auto House wanted to just send love to the fam. Haven't been on in a minute. Preach on, brother. Hey, DP Auto House, we all got things we dealing with in life. I'm just glad to see you here. Big shout out, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hey, man, I know, hey, y'all got things y'all deal with, but I know eventually you're going to make your way when you can, and I appreciate that. But yes, I'm just, like I said, I'm flabbergasted. I'm not even surprised. I'm disgusted. I want to see what's going to happen. I can't even get on here and just talk about announcement dates for us being excited about cars, which we are eventually going to do. But this is something that I have to do. This is part of why I stepped up in the first place to create this platform, to be one of the platforms that could legitimately speak to these issues, but yet hopefully be able to intermingle with the likes of Formula One to bridge that gap between communities. Like they went into Garden City. When they went into the Miami Grand Prix, I reached out to Garden City. I reached out to law officials. I reached out to lawyers. I reached out to citizens. Anybody that they wanted some assistance with trying to get the word out that these people felt kind of some way about them coming in to where they were, even though it created jobs, you have to hear the voices of the people if you're going to go into their land and decide you're going to plant a track there. There were a lot of other places to place your track. Formula One, there were. You got to go into these areas the right way. This is why I like Extreme E, okay? This is why I like Extreme E. Go look at an Extreme E racing event, and I swear to you, D-Reglo, he says, where's the saying, the truth sets you free at? They ain't trying to do that, bro. They keep trying to cover shit up. They trying to cover up 2021 championship, the scandal with Max Verstappen, Christian Horner, Jonathan Wheatley, Marco Helmet, and Massey. They try to cover that up. Now they trying to damn do away with the whole cost cap breach. Then they gonna try to smooge and dirty up Perez for Max. Everything that goes on like that, they good with it. But this is what they come up with. They always find something real funny and peculiar to try to take a stand on, like jewelry, like your hair. Like you talking about political rights. Get out of here. GTFO. GTFO. It's absurd. CYA at the worst. I'm disgusted. FIA is wrong. Robert, you damn right they wrong, bro. You are damn right they wrong. They dead wrong, bro. This is a problem. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to shut up about nothing that has to do with any of these type of topics. I know I might not speak to it when people are like, yo, he goes talk to it next, say no, because I deal with life like y'all got to sit and think about it. Like, what is really going on here? Are they really going to do this? Ricky Jr., what's up? Welcome, 3 months. With the things Sir Lewis Hamilton facing in the sport, Mercedes should do everything in their power to make sure he dominates every season. They should. They should. And a lot of you all believe that Mercedes should have definitely kept the legal situation in play when dealing with the scandal in Abu Dhabi 2021. And maybe they should, but at the same time, I don't think that you can participate in a championship event if you have a legal situation going on with that organization. And that likely is why they didn't move to do that. That likely is why. Galacticus, Lewis is going to just post on IG and say F the FIA. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Why? Hey, let me tell you something. FIA, you don't need to be worried about creating TikTok damn accounts. Get rid of your TikTok and put some attention in the real shit that matters. Do that. You worried about trying to make a TikTok. What does it even look like the FIA having a damn TikTok? Why you got a TikTok, FIA? That don't even make sense. That's like you worried about the wrong things. Worry about focusing on making the sport a better environment. Work on making bridges for women to get into the Formula One series, whether that be F4, F3, F2, and F1. Worry about the fact that you allowed the W series to go out of financial money and couldn't continue their season. Worry about that. Worry about the fact of making more programs and bridging gaps between drivers that are probably legendary out there, but will never get an opportunity to drive a Formula One car just in case they can't drum up multi-million dollars. Just because their parents ain't multi-millionaires, just because they don't have sponsors, they want to put a bunch of money behind them. Work on doing that. There are legendary young drivers out here that we probably will never be graced to see in the sport because they're not multi-millionaires like Logan Sargent's uncle is for swindling contracts into the Middle East and oil. Just saying. I'm not saying everybody money dirty, but I'm just saying. Work on doing that. Work on making more programs like the Lewis Commission, or either helping those programs to bridge the gaps and people getting jobs within Formula One. How about you let Mario Andretti and they damn family in to create another team in Formula One, which creates more jobs in Formula One, which creates more revenue in Formula One, which brings another demographic to Formula One. How about you worry about doing that? You worried about all the shit. One person got you acting like this. Lewis Hamilton got y'all acting like this. He got y'all in y'all feelings. And you want to know why? Because you hate the fact that he looks the way he does and he dominated the sport. Bernie Eccleston even said, I'm glad he didn't break Schumacher's record. And then on the same interview, because the interviewer posted another variation to him, because it's a white man that could do it, okay, well, let's see if he breaks it. What? So it's okay if Schumacher's record gets broke by a white man, but if it's Lewis Hamilton, it ain't right. Oh my gosh. And no, a lot of people didn't see a problem with that. Work on that. Can you do that? How about you work on focusing on the damn car for the future generations? There won't be a goddamn dolphin on the track. Can you work on that? How about you work on vertical acceleration? How about you work on seeing if these 18-inch wheels really matter? How about you work on the tires for next season with Perez? How about you work on anything that has to do with making the sport better, goddammit? How about that? Instead of going on a witch hunt, instead of looking like those guys with the white hoods and on the horse that carry a cross and swear they so religious and burn the shit in the yard and then go get somebody and hang them, how about you work on making the sport a better place for women, people of color, more jobs, better racing, and teams that don't cheat? How about you work on that? How about you work on enforcing the goddamn cost cap because you slacking at that? This whole episode can be, how about you work on that? Arcatrell Respect Wolf was looking forward to hearing you cover this. Always speaking true with passion. I hope all drivers make stands. FIA will have to back down. They should. All these drivers should make a stand. Robert K. Christensen, Lewis Hamilton forever has done more with this sport than anyone, period. They owe him the fame and honor. They don't deserve what he's done for the sport. And that is not far from the damn truth. They don't even appreciate a good thing when they see a Galacticus. Merck just started with the W14 today. Let's go. Let's go, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see it. I'm trying to tell you, they are so scared right now. They are so scared that for decades to come, do y'all even see? Listen, let me just tell you something small. Do you not even see when they post those social media posts about like records to be broken? That Lewis Hamilton is at the top of those records, but they'll put Schumacher's face up there. They even put Max's face up there, and he wasn't even close to the top. He was like number 10, and if you look at the numbers from 10 to 1 where Lewis Hamilton is, it was like, damn, that's a lot. But they didn't even want, listen, they do so many subtle little things that disrespect one man that's done so much for the sport, it ain't even funny. It's not even funny. It really bothers me because I'm a person that says, you know what? Equal treatment for everybody. Equal treatment for everybody. I chop it up with everybody. The only way I don't chop it up with you is if you're a dickhead, if you're an asshole beyond means, if you're completely disrespectful, if you've put your hand on women and or women on men, if you've abused somebody, I don't chop it up with you. If you don't take care of your kids, if you don't take care of your family, I don't chop it up with you. If you're not a respectful human being that respects other human beings, I don't chop it up with you. I don't chop it up with you for anything other than the color of your skin. Hell no. I don't care about that. Character over color and people over politics is the way I live my life. And if you don't like it, shove it. That's what I do. People over politics, character over color is the way I live my life. Them people up there in the White House and in the Senate don't even half-ass give a damn about me. They so tainted, all they care is about getting rich and raping our countries most of the time. There are a few sprinkled out there that want to do good. Some of these Formula One drivers, you need to get off your ass, get your thumb out your butthole, and start speaking up. You so scared of being on the daddy side of the fence, you need to be on the right side of the fence. I heard so many drivers in Abu Dhabi in the middle of all the bullshit that was going on say that didn't look right. I don't know what that is, but that was effed up. I don't want to be a part of that. So why didn't you speak up more in the offseason? Why you shut your mouth? Because you scared. You handcuffed. Or you lightweight don't disagree with what they did. Eric, TB4, the heads of the FIA are Middle Eastern. They don't want people talking about stuff they are doing. Ooh, Eric, you hit on something right there, bro. Stuff that makes them look bad. Human rights and other stuff. That's how I see things. Eric, you dead right. You dead right, bro. That's facts. That right there is facts. That's a strong comment. That's some real shit. No, Eric, Robert, all of y'all hitting the nail with the hammer like a motherfucker. Y'all on it. Don't forget the gimme to Nico and the loss because of distraction of the Pussycat Dolls. Lewis Hamilton, 10-time world champion, just saying. I've heard that plenty of times. I've heard it plenty of times. Like I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Don't, hey, I'm just saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Hold your horses. Well, I don't think this is over. Like, I would not be surprised if they penalize Lewis, a racing event, if he speaks up to something that has to do with a political situation that they don't want talked about, when they should not be silencing their drivers, not just Lewis Hamilton, although we can agree that this is directed towards Lewis Hamilton. It's not just landscape, because not too many other drivers really doing that. There's not too many drivers really doing that. So let's not act stupid. Let's not play the dumb game. But any other driver that would like to, you don't think that affects you? What if one of these horrible events comes into your home? And I'm talking to the Formula One drivers. What if one of these events comes at your doorstep and you are silenced from talking about it because the FIA said we're going to penalize you from doing what you love the most if you talk about it? But you know it ain't right. See, you should have talked up beforehand and you wouldn't be in that situation. Everything's all good until it hits your family, right? That's how they want to act. It'll be too late by then. You better speak up now. DeRegulo, they don't want to recognize a true sportsman. That's facts too. That's facts too. Y'all speaking more facts than me right now. Hell, y'all, shit, you get in the live chat, you can see what's the real deal is. Hey, but listen, this right here to me was disgusting. It didn't even piss me off. It just deeply bothered me that they tried to insert something like that to try to control the speech of somebody. Listen, I know it's a fine line and a slippery slope, right? But let me tell you this. As a military man, I find it disgusting that over the arches at West Point, there is a Ku Klux Klan image with a Confederacy image next to it. And soldiers have to walk underneath that all the time, and they don't want to remove it. Are you shitting me? You got black officers coming in to support and protect the country, and they have to look at that, and you talk about you don't want to remove it? Stuff like that is an issue. Stuff like that is an issue. You talk about putting Harriet Tubman, Barack Obama on money. It's a big problem. It's a problem. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yet you can have some of the most evil slave-owning people on money, and it's okay. It's okay. But you can't put a black man or a black face on the bill. Is that what I'm hearing? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. This is what I know. Things like this are an issue. They don't even want to solve it because they're part of it. They're part of the issue. I'm trying to tell you, this is real talk, what I'm telling you. Real talk, what I'm telling you. Look it up. Look it up. We can go so much deeper than that. Trust me, I can go so much deeper than that. But I'm going to save that. Because this situation, this seed is so deeply implanted by the wrong people, it ain't even funny. And this is just a microcosm of the world of what they doing in the sport of Formula One. It's a shame. It really is a shame. It really is a damn shame. I'm trying to tell you. It's a shame. All the drivers need to stand together and get this rule overturned. If all the drivers were something to support human rights, then there's no race. Thank you. If they all really stood together, there would be no race. Right? If the product don't take the track, I mean, what you gonna do? The Formula One, you gonna penalize all your superstars? You don't got enough depth to bring in a bunch of other drivers and make that worthwhile. You gonna take a big hit in the pocket. Try to bring a bunch of F2 drivers up to these teams and see what happens. You're going to take a big hit. I'm not saying you won't ever recover, but you're going to take a big hit. But listen, some of these drivers share the same views. Some of these drivers share the same views. Some of them so hopped up on energy drinks, hint, hint. Just saying. Share the same views. FLQ, I just got here, bro. Trust me, you all right. You all right. I already trust. I got things I'm dealing with. We got a death in the family again. Got a death in the family. My great aunt, we here. We trying to celebrate and join the baby with her great grandmother for Christmas to make those memories happen. And in the midst of that, we got other things going on. But still, life must go on, right? We still got to participate. We still got to keep walking forward. So this is what I want to tell you all. Life is too precious to only be worried about yourself. Thank you, Blue Diva. Make sure to hit the like button. And please, if you like, subscribe. Life is too precious to only worry about yourself. Be kind and care for others. Put positive energy out so it can come back to you. And don't just stop giving when you get. Keep giving. Don't pull the ladder up when you excel to the next level. Reach back down and pull somebody else up that's worthwhile, that's working hard for themselves. I love what I do. I love being here. Hey, we're going to keep rolling. All right, we're going to keep rolling and do what we do. I'm about to get ready to try to take this baby to see some Christmas lights. Try to make sure that she enjoys her time. That she is at least without impact of many things that happen as of right now. That's what we're trying to do. And just hold those close to you during this holiday. Maria Duncan. The FI are a bunch of clowns. This is clearly being used to target Lewis Hamilton because who else besides Lewis and Seb, thank you, Maria, have been speaking out. Now that Seb is going to Maria, great minds think alike. Discuss it. Eric TB4, I feel like FIA needs to keep religion out of the sport. That's a very interesting topic, Eric. That's a very interesting topic. And it also is a very slippery slope, right? If it's hard to keep religion out of any sport, right? Because if you think about it, most national anthems are intertwined with some type of religious thread. I know the American, listen, the American anthem, if you keep going, there's a racist tone in there, but they cut it short. You keep going to the next verse, it's a racist tone in there, but they cut it short to keep that out. But still, hey, it is what it is. Galacticus. Lewis has been fighting an uphill battle for years. He is ready for the smoke. Let's see the FIA got their balls to block him. F1 will burn down. You know what the sad thing is, brother? It's so many people out there that don't just hate Lewis Hamilton. They hate what he looks like, and they hate the fact that he is what he is to the sport, that they'll burn Lewis Hamilton down and keep going. What happened to Martin Luther King? Think about it. I know this is. I know what this is, right? But think about it. What happened to Martin Luther King? World went on. So community suffered. Happened to Malcolm X. Dead. Assassinated. World went on. Community suffered. Still go on. Think about it. What happened to Rosa Parks? Harriet Tubman. Nat Turner. Garvey. Like all of these people, right? Anytime a prominent figure arises, now listen, this is not racist. This is just the truth. I'm keeping it real with all my brothers and sisters of any shade and color alike. You know I love you, but this is just the truth. Anytime a prominent figure in the black community rises up to take lead and actually gets a following behind him to create change for a group of people that were oppressed, they exterminate them. This is just the truth. I'm not trying to get too biblical. I'm not trying to get too civil rightish on you. I'm just saying, Lewis Hamilton in his own right represents that in the sport of Formula One. There is an agenda, more than likely, at some capacity, in some circle, not all, to get him out of there within certain parameters. We've seen it. Have we not? Have we not seen? Think about. Let me. Okay. If we haven't seen it, then tell me what this is. If we haven't seen it, I'm gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna show you something, and you tell me why would somebody make this? Think about it. Why would somebody? Why would somebody make this? If I'm not telling you the truth, why would somebody have the thought to make this? Put Lewis Hamilton's head on George Floyd and Alonzo on the cop on the neck of George Floyd, basically a public lynching. Why would somebody do that? Why would somebody try to put Lewis Hamilton in that image? Well, listen, I done already showed you all the tech, all the images, all the messages, how they call Lewis Hamilton the N-word, how they do all of that. I'm not telling you no lies. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. And like I say, I'm not trying to offend anybody because I'm going to tell you right now, I love you all, straight up. I don't have to say nothing that got to do with color. Oh, my best friend. Oh, my dad. Oh, I ain't got to say that. I love you all, straight up. I'm just telling you the truth. And if this is something that is going to stop, we have to stop being worried about this and be worried about this and this. And if we did that, the world, the communities, the sports, the chats would be a better place. I try to tell you all the time, have more respect for each other than you have defending a driver that you favor or a team. Sometimes I walk through the airport and I see people that recognize me and come up to me and want to damn talk to me because they see me on YouTube. I'm just saying, think about that. I treat everybody with respect when I meet you, unless you're disrespectful. Come on now. We got to do better as a human race. As a human race on this green blue ball that floats in the middle of everything that's so delicate, we have to do better. FIA, worry about better, more important shit. Please. Save the sport to give future generations something to not only watch, but participate in. Because right now, you're doing a sack shit job. All right, so that's it. I'm about to get out of here. I love you all. I appreciate all of y'all even coming and pulling up. I know it was like, boom, I was on the spot, but y'all showed up. That's why I really love my fam, because y'all strong with it. Now, listen, I know I got a lot of things I'm dealing with. We're trying to get a race going for tomorrow. I will post it if I can. I don't know how that's going to flow, but I definitely am trying my best. I'm juggling a lot right now, as always, but I'm going to try to do my best to facilitate everything that we usually have going on for tomorrow. So I will post something once I get with my bros and try to find out what we're going to do and let you all know, and we're going to try to put it together. Even if all of our drivers can't participate, we'll still have a race stream, and then next week we'll be going right back in hard with the e-racing once again, all right? FLQ309, on top of that, FIA can't get their own rules correct. Thank you. They focus on other things. They can't even get the shit that they wrote down implemented right. No, let me say it right. They can't even implement correctly the things that they made up and wrote down on the damn book. And it's not that they can't. It's that they choose not to. Galacticus, FIA think the world is flat. You funny, bro, for that one. You funny. Thanks for the joke. Thanks for that humor break. Thanks for that humor break. Listen, happy holidays to everybody. Be safe wherever you are. Enjoy your family as much as you can. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is here. All right. Kiss them, love them, hug them. And y'all stay safe. All right. I'm going to see y'all soon. Peace.